So this is the Papalook app. When you first get this, you're going to just get this part of the app, and you're going to need to go to plus to add the base station. You're going to go to base station, and then the light will be flashing on the base station. For power, you go to next, it's going to pair it. Then once the base station is paired, it's going to show up in your list here. And you're going to go ahead and go to add device, and you're going to add the camera that you have. If you have multiple cameras, you can add more. It will be flashing. Go to next, and then your camera will show up. And this is just a screenshot of the last notification. So if I go to message, this is where it takes you. You'll get a little Android notification pop up. It'll say motion detected. And then there's me out there like looking at the camera like an idiot. And then you can see all the past ones. So it says the time, like 1:20 p.m. The dogs are going for a walk. And you can see people like triggering the passive IR. So you can also go to playback, and it's going to play back when the camera wakes up. So if you zoom in, you can see there's like a little blue tone. That's where there's video, and it's just going to play through it. I have it on high sensitivity, so it captures as much as possible, and almost always it captures a person. There's pretty much no false positives here. So it's very easy to find events here. I've got the watermark enabled so you can see the date and the time in the video. Don't see anything happening in this frame. People coming and leaving. And you do get notifications on your phone every time. I just turn them to silent so I can see them and I can go look at them later, but I don't like it to vibrate and stuff. That's just on Android, and I'm sure iPhone has something similar. So now if I go back to the main camera, I can click on it and I get a live stream. So it has to wake the camera and it will start playing the stream. Now you can enable sound from the camera so I can hear what's going on out there, and you can talk through it if you hold the button there. So I'm talking and I can talk in here. So you can talk with people who are out there. You can also turn on just a push to talk mode. You can record the video to your phone. You can take a picture of the video, just snapshot it to your phone. When you're in playback, you can also download the video and snapshots from existing, and that will be on the SD card on the base station. So if I exit back to the base station here, and I go to the base station settings, the indicator light is going to show a LED on the device. I think it's just green when it's on. It's in your house. And then I have an SD card. I think it's a 32 gig. So it used about 300 megs in one day, and I have like 50 activations, so it'll last a long time, and then it will just reuse the space when it gets full. You can format the card remotely. Not much else here. You can update the firmware if there's a firmware update. And to configure the camera, you can connect it with Google Home and Amazon Alexa stuff. So the features are pretty basic. You can have the light on the camera on or off. I turn it off because it just shows like a motion detection. I think it turns on a different color when it finds somebody, and then they can see the little light that the camera is on. You can rotate the camera 180 degrees if it's upside down, and then you can see the time. And then the audio mode, you can either do two-way or you can do push to hold. Two-way is like you click on it and then it just turns it on to like a phone call mode. One-way audio, you have to click and hold each time you want to talk. There might be feedback if your phone is really loud. And then I turn the IR night vision off because I have a light there, but if you don't have a light and it's really dark, turn it on auto, and it'll click on when it gets too dark, and it'll be black and white mode with IR illumination. Power manage just shows you the power of the camera. It's at 85%, it's on battery. You get a notification when it charges, or when it's too low and you need to charge it. You can also make it message you when you're offline with offline notification. And you can have multiple cameras. I only have one. You can do a multi-view. Very easy to set up. The activation's pretty good. The notifications are pretty good. You'll just get an Android notification and motion detection. It doesn't have any inline media though. It just says motion detection. And there's a few other settings you can do that are advanced. Like you can do this tap to run automation, and if you have smart home devices, you can make it turn on other lights when events are triggered and do all kinds of stuff like that if you have other smart home devices, which I didn't set up. So that's about it for the camera. Make sure that you plug the base station into Ethernet on your modem or your switch. And every, I don't know, couple weeks you're gonna have to take the camera down and charge it. But other than that, it's great if it's in an area where you can't easily access power or Wi-Fi. So I stuck it under some stairs here, and it gets a good shot of the front door.